Greetings and salutations, everyone. For those of you who are quite flabbergasted at what you're looking at, I am known as the ugly muffin top monster, a half human, half Vtuber blob. And I normally come into the virtual world by letting my human body get involved in silly slapstick shenanigans in order to get unconscious. Thankfully, no longer in a catatonic state. I have improved in my craft. And I'm quite proud of that. Today marks my 6-month VTuber anniversary. And for those that may be looking at my stats and analytics, you might be wondering something. Wow, you don't really have much of a follower count. You don't have a lot of subscribers, do you? You don't really have much of a presence within the community at all. Well, that is true. I'm not as popular or trendy as some of the more prolific ones in the VTuber community, but I never really expected myself to be in that scenario in these 6 months. And true, I don't really have much of a presence in Twitch either, but you know what? I'm perfectly alright with that. A lot of people, they may give up after knowing that they're not getting a large viewing count or a lot of people following or subscribing to the content. It gets them discouraged and whatnot. And yes, my viewer count isn't exceptional by any means whatsoever. I get some subscriptions here and there and maybe a little bit of a donation or bits. But here's the thing when it comes to that. I didn't become a VTuber because I wanted to succeed wholeheartedly. I mean, look at my model. This is the complete opposite of what a usual VTuber is. I'm not thin. As you can see, I'm quite, well, ponderous. And I'm not really anime, am I? Can you see this belly navel eye that I have? Does that look anime to you? Not really. So yeah, I can see how my appearance or my username might be in a setback in those regards, but I always wanted my virtual consciousness to be something more unique, quirky, odd compared to the others. And I didn't want to just simply copy-paste. That wouldn't be original. That wouldn't be authentic, I feel in my eyes. And the most important thing in regards to me being a VTuber is I'm having fun. I've been having some good conversations with people within my chat over at my Twitch channel. I've been having some nice discussions with other VTubers, even if there hasn't been a large connection, even if they're acquaintances. But I have established a few friendships within this community that I simply cannot regret by any means. They have shown patience. They have shown understanding, especially when I may have done a miscommunication or there's a misunderstanding. It's important to talk about it instead of just ridicule them outright. It's what I found out, and that has been most crucial when it comes to me being in this community. Because with what has been happening lately, we could use some more time to approach someone, inquire, even when you feel socially awkward and don't want to bring up anything. It's important to make sure that you discuss the issue, you talk about it, you try to understand where they may be coming from, even if you don't agree with them. And just try to see if there's some sort of understanding can be part. And sometimes that's not even a reality but at least you tried. And yes, I'm not perfect by any means necessary. I try to be as positive as possible. I do have my odd tweets here and there with fellow VTubers. And there have been moments in which I had to recorrect myself to make sure the person's comfortable so that we talk about things. But the ones that have stayed by my side, even with these misdealings or just odd chatters, they really mean the world to me. And I don't think I couldn't be happier in that regard. Especially with the year that we all have faced throughout. It's been hard for a lot of people. Even though there has been a huge surge of this community throughout this entire year, it has also meant that, that doesn't mean that they are still not coping so well with these circumstances, but, being able to stream despite the hiccups here and there, and having fun with whatever I'm playing, having a good time talking with chat, even though it's not a huge chat by any means. I am enjoying every bit of what I have experienced. So, for those of you who have followed me on any of my social medias or streaming platforms, to any VTuber who has given me a chance to connect with you, to maybe share a friendship, I want to thank you wholeheartedly. Who knows what the next 6 months will bring for me? Will I still be here doing streams? I hope so. Even if I feel like I'm not going to progress any further in terms of my overall design anytime soon, money is tight and there are other things I need to save up besides spending it all on commissions. So, even if I don't have a lot of new pizzazz to offer, I hope you are able to stay with me throughout it. And hopefully there can be some good conversations, some more games that I can basically showcase my lack of gaming skills throughout, and more importantly, some better connections along the way. Here's to another 6 months, with June 23rd being my 1-year anniversary. Who knows if anything will transpire by that? I could be an entirely different entity altogether by that time. We'll have to wait and see. Until then, much obliged for giving me the chance. And I hope all of you have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and take care.